boxing.
The voice of the new generation.
We'll pull back no punches. And we're gonna go over some fight results that happened this past weekend. We're gonna go over some upcoming fights for the rest of the year and a little bit of news. And first we're gonna start off with the Vladimir Klitschko versus Hasib Rahman, which we both said was a boring fight, and we predicted was gonna happen. Rahman was gonna get knocked out, and that's exactly what happened. Rahman knocked out in the 7th round. Anything you need to say about that, Guru?
In order to get somebody to beat Klitschko, you need to get somebody that can really fight, somebody that can be to his level. Of course, Rahman, you know, everybody knows it, he's no good no more, so he didn't have no chance.
In other words, a boring fight, as you guys saw. Next one we saw was Kendall Holt versus Demetrius Hopkins. Kendall Holt with the 12-round split decision. I thought it was a competitive fight. They both went back and forth with it. I did think that Kendall Holt, he edged it out more, landing some more cleaner shots, more power shots. Demetrius Hopkins he could tell that there was some ring rust on him, as he said that he was off for 13 months. But you know, Demetrius Hopkins, good. He did fight good. It wasn't. I'd say maybe 2 or 3 more fights, he can get right back in the title contention again and maybe do some damage.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Kendall Holt. He did a great job. He boxed. That's all he know how to box. He got the speed. He can move around. He would not have a steady target. So I think he did an excellent job. And I'm like you said. I think he won the fight clearly. It should not be a split decision, but you never know.
All right. Next fight that was on that same card was Yuri Foreman versus James Moore, where we saw Yuri Foreman do a dominant one-side beatdown of James Moore. It wasn't even a close fight, and I was even impressed that Yuri Foreman, for not having punching power, not known for having punching power, he went in there and he was connecting and rocking and making James Moore look silly. So our hats go off to Foreman for doing a nice fight and coming out on top.
Yeah, I'm like you. I think he did a great job. He needs more challenges.
Oh, definitely. A little step up in class would be nice.
James Moore, he was one of those of the bunch. We'll see. We'll see
where it goes from here.
Goes up.
Next one, we got James Toney versus Fredo Kendall. James Toney getting a split decision robbery. In my view, I thought that Fredo Kendall did enough to win the fight. But then again, this is what we all come to know from Fredo Kendall now. It seems like anytime he's at that top fight where he's going to do something and push his career over the edge, it ends up that he just gets stuck. It happened with Evander Holyfield, it happened with Chris Bird, and now it happens with James Toney.
You know what? I don't even know why. Oh, Kendall, you won the fight, okay? You won the fight. In the same token, I think you deserve to lose the fight because you could have done more. You could not, this potato head out of his feet, and you didn't. And the reason why, because you don't have the killing instinct, man. If you're in a heavyweight and you want to do good, all right, and you have to prove something, you need to go out there and change
assassinate.
Yeah.
Go in there.
Exactly.
You gotta go.
Have you done the same thing you did on the last 2 rounds, the 11th and the 12th? Have you done that before? Starting on the 8th, you would have knocked this guy out. And at one time you had a good chance to knock him out, and you didn't attack him. You give him a chance to recuperate. Guy, if you're on the heavyweights, you need to go there and fight. You cannot be winning the fight by points like that because you're always working on points. You need to go and knock people out.
You gotta take the decision into your own hands. You can't leave them in there for the judges.
You can see now. Who wants to see Toney fighting Klitschko? I don't.
It doesn't nobody want to, but I doubt it'll even happen, to be truthful.
Well,
and he'd probably get a crack at Valuev before he gets to Klitschko.
The way things are nowadays, you never know. And now, Toney's not a heavyweight, all right? He's just an overweight person, making it into the heavyweight. He is not a heavyweight. He's got a small frame for a heavyweight. He has no chance with nobody there. Toney, you lost this fight. That was a gift given to you. I hope you enjoy it and make a couple more $1,000 if you can. But to myself, if you leave it out to me, I will not spend a penny on your fight.
Now we're going to go to upcoming fights. We got Nikolai Voliev fighting Evander Holyfield this weekend. Had this fight been in Evander Holyfield's prime, I'd have to go with Evander Holyfield all day long. Had it been in his prime. Yeah. Seeing how Nikolai Voliev is he's an average fighter at most. He's not great.
Yeah, he's not great.
He's an average fighter, but his height and jab is just going to be too much for Evander Holyfield. And so the smart pick is going to be with Valuev. I will be rooting for Holyfield just because I don't like Valuev.
Yeah, well, Pablo have to win this fight by just throwing the jab out there. I mean, this guy had a reach of probably 1.5 of Holyfield. Holyfield is a 46 years old man. I don't understand why he wants to keep fighting. Okay, it's not like Baluev is gonna do good damage to him, but he will beat him up anyway. Okay, we're just throwing the jab. Okay, Holyfield, I don't know. You should just stay home, guys. Enjoy your life and enjoy the money. It's another fight that I don't want to see. Okay,
and they're not going to show it
because it's not bringing anything to boxing, anyways. Okay, regardless who wins or whatever, it's not bringing anything. Okay, so.
Next one, we got Joan Guzman fighting Ahmed Diaz. Joan Guzman now making a comeback from when he couldn't make weight to fight Nate Campbell. Should be a gimme fight. It's out there in the Dominican Republic. It's a welcome back to boxing.
Well, Joan Guzman, I think he moved up about 5 more pounds on his weight for this one here. But Joan Guzman, he's how do you call him? He's a boxer. He's very awkward. To tell you the truth, I don't like the way he fights. He's a strong kid, though. He's a strong kid and very awkward. So he can make anybody's night look pretty bad. I'll go for Guzman on that one there.
You got to roll with Guzman. The next one, you got Roman Maidenhill Charisman versus Bronco McCart. It should be, this is I think it should go for Roman Charisman. He is the younger fighter between the two, but you can't count out Bronco McCart, so it'll make for an entertaining back and forth fight.
I'm gonna have to go for Roman Carlson because Bronco, he's been there for a while. He been there, hanging in there for a while himself, and I believe he's somewhere around 36, 38 years of age. I think his good times, so his good years are over with also. So hey, just make a couple dollars and step to the side, guy. Just leave the chance to the new guys and up and coming good boxers that we have online.
And then the last one of the year, you're looking at Humberto Soto versus Francisco Lorenzo. Humberto Soto, who is supposed to be fighting who next? I can't remember right now off the top of my head who he's supposed to be fighting after this fight. But Humberto Soto, a tune-up for a big fight coming in the future.
Well, I don't even see this as a tune-up. If you see Francisco Lorenzo record, he's on the losing end of the stick all his last 10 fights that I've seen of him. So easy one. I don't think he's gonna be testing Humberto. We go for the same thing. We got a lot of people, promoters, making easy fights for fighters that they want to bring them up in lines and to make this big money. But come on, guys, promoters, you need to throw some competitive fights out there. Humberto Soto, of course, is gonna win. So.
And then news we got. First of all, happy birthday, Manny Pacquiao. Tomorrow's his birthday. Everybody over there, I didn't get my invitation to the party, but we're expecting it in the mail soon.
All right, Mr. Manny Pacquiao, happy birthday, guy. You did a great job, and happy birthday to you, and happy birthday to everybody in the Philippines. All right, because you got a great champion there.
And then we got Juan Carlos Gomez telling David, hey, Vitaly is mine. You better step off. He's got a mandatory with me first. And this is the fight I've been wanting to see for a long time because Juan Carlos Guzman is a good fighter.
Juan Carlos Gomez.
Juan Carlos Gomez. I'm sorry, Gomez. Juan Carlos Gomez is a great fighter, a Cuban fighter, a Cuban heavyweight, was cruiserweight champion, moved up to the heavyweights, and he's kind of been stagnant in his career, but now he's got the mandatory, and Vitaly can't do nothing but fight him right now. What do you think?
Juan Carlos Gomez, he was good as a cruiserweight. I saw him fighting many times as a heavyweight. He did not impress me, all right? Either one, Gomez or Hayes, neither one of them has a chance against Klitschko.
Oh, no, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think both of them have great chances. No. Oh, yes.
And I'm going to tell you what, because first of all, the height and the reach. Klitschko, he can win a fight by just throwing a jab, man. He has such a strong jab. All right, he got such a strong jab, and by the height, that's all he can do. I mean, with the jab alone, he can.
And I agree, he has a great jab.
Yeah,
but you know what both Klitschko's also have? A weak chin.
And no
heart. And if David Hart, as hard as David Hay hits, and as hard as Juan Carlos Gomez hits, if they connect right there, they come down and they don't get back up.
Carlos Gomez also had the power in the heavyweight. As a cruiserweight, he did. Okay, first of all, he has some chance now. Before you can connect to Klitschko, you need to get into his defense, and if you cannot avoid that jab on your face all night long, there's no way. And that's exactly what I'm seeing in this fight.
Oh, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with you.
Okay, I have no problem.
But,
I know we got some smart viewers out there, and they know what I'm talking about.
And I know there's some smart viewers that see where I'm coming from.
Or maybe the followers of Juan Carlos Gomez and
maybe yours are the followers of Klitschko.
Klitschko is the one. The
Anyway,
brothers.
moving it all along, we're going. Alfredo Angulo gears up to fight Ricardo Mayorga. It should make for an interesting fight. We got Angulo fighting the fighting style of Margarito. For the fans that don't know, comes straight forward, comes at you, wants to fight. We got Mayorga comes straight at you, but it's crazy when he's fighting. So it should make for some fireworks.
Mayorga. That's another one. That's another one of the bunch that doesn't. That they need to get out of the way, and they were still hanging in there for the easy money. Well, that'll be an exciting fight.
But is it his fault because he's an exciting fighter, and then he's going against the young? I mean, Angulo only has like 16 fights.
Well, that'll be a good test for Angulo.
So that's just a test for Angulo.
You're right. That'll be a good test. But I mean, I
would agree with you if this was a pay-per-view fight.
Yeah.
But since it's just it's Showtime or HBO, and it's just regular card fight, I think it should make for a good, at least a good test.
Yeah, that should be a good test
to measure Angulo. How can he take a punch from a real puncher, and can he take the pressure?
Can he take a punch for a wild puncher? Yeah, well, that'll be a good thing to see. And of course, he can come up with something and one of those crazy punches he throws from all angles and unexpected because he don't know how to box. He just throw punches. But anyway, that'll be a good test for Angulo though. I agree with you.
And then the last one we've got now there's talks between Dawson versus Hopkins. What are your thoughts on that?
It's like going back in history. Here we go. With
back in history, see, Hopkins wants to hang in there, but Hopkins beat the shit out of Pavlik. So why should he not hang in there?
Because Dawson is not Pavlik. Because Dawson can move. Dawson can fight. Dawson will not stand in front of him like Pavlik did. So it's going to be a boring fight over here. Styles made fights, okay? Styles. Now, Dawson had a style to make Hopkins look like what he is, an old guy. All right? So I just don't see it. I don't see it. And what is Hopkins bringing to the table anyway?
And he's bringing a step up a little bit. I mean, who was better, Tarver or Hopkins?
Neither one. Tarver was another one, blowing up guy from 40 years of age, 39, 41. So here I know what you're saying now. And don't tell me wrong, Hopkins. I like you. It's just the fact that we got so many old fighters, boxers that want to still, hang in there just to make the easy money.
But they're gonna make the easy money. The people keep paying the money to see them.
I'm not paying for it.
Okay, then why are you complaining?
Because they're not bringing anything to the table.
Why
man.
are you complaining? Why are you acting like a little girl?
Hey, what are they bringing to the table? They're not bringing anything to the table. That's what I'm saying. Guys, come on now. You all got all this money in the world. You were great fighters, great champions. Why hanging around? You heard of the other day they want to throw De La Hoya with Chavez's son. What is that bringing to the table? If this little kid beats you out, De La Hoya, why you want to fight this guy this big over here that can just finish you off for good? Come on, guys. Stop looking for the money and the easy fight out just for the money. Fight because you love the sport of boxing. If you're there for the money, there's no need for you to be in boxing. You should be in a shoe store and being a manager or a manager somewhere else. But you cannot be a boxer if you're there for just the money alone. What else you got to say?
In theory, that might be nice, that whole little spiel that you just said, but let me bring you back into reality. Because these boxers, this is their job. They're not shoe salesmen. They're not managers at Dairy Queen or McDonald's. Their job is to go into the ring and fight. So if they're looking for this $4 million, $3 or $10 million or $30 million payday, then more to them. I say congratulations to them if they can get it. If people are stupid enough to see fights that shouldn't be made, then congratulations to those people that are making that money.
Well, that's exactly my point. Why ripping people off their money?
But it's not ripping nobody. If you're paying, but if you're paying to see the fight, you're paying. Okay, then why are you worried about it?
Because it's not right. Because it doesn't do anything good for the boxing. What good does it do?
They're getting paid. That's their job.
What good does it do to the boxing or to the sport of boxing? What good does it do?
it provides a fight. Regardless of what you say, whether you want to watch it for free or you want to watch it through pay-per-view,
I don't want to say
it provides a fight.
I don't want to say either way. Not
okay, well then don't watch it.
The point is,
there's always two things you can do on a remote control. Here's a remote control. There's two things you can do. You can either change the channel or turn the TV off.
Which I will change the channel. But
so then why are you complaining?
The point is, you see, you're not getting me. What I'm saying
I know what you're saying. I'm just playing the other side.
Yeah, I know what you're playing the other side. What I'm saying is that Lawyer just got beat up.
Okay.
By this kid.
No, not a kid. By a man. Okay. He's shorter than him.
Size-wise. Kid size. Okay. And he got whipped. I mean, whipped. He didn't have a chance to touch this kid. Now, and even though he could take his punch, but it wasn't going to be longer before he knocked his butt out anyway. So he was smart by saying, yeah, you can go and stop the fight. So if you couldn't take this person punching power, what makes you think that you can take Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. power rather than Pacquiao? It's not going to happen. They're like, oh yeah, come on, guy. Give a chance to somebody else. You've done a great thing for boxing. You have done a lot of things for boxing, and outside the ring too. But by hanging there longer, what you're doing is messing up your record. You're just messing up your story, your record,
his legacy,
everything you had done for boxing up to this point. You just throwing it out in the trash can by just trying to hang in there.
But at the same time, but at the same time. Even though he's losing these fights, whether it be Manny Pacquiao, Shane Mosley, Hopkins, but he can say at the end of the day, I fought the best. Whether I beat him or I lost, I fought the best. Yes.
He can say that, but he cannot say I beat the best.
There's two sides to every story.
When you fight to win, and the best thing you can get out of that is, well, I fought one of the best guys out there, and I beat him. Now, I mean, I don't find no pride in myself if I'm going to be beat up by I said, well, I got beat up by Hopkins.
But
I got beat up by Tito. I got beat up by Shane Mosley twice. I got beat up by for anyone out there.
Wait. As much as I hate De La Hoya, because I don't care too much for him, I'm going to have to defend him on this one point and this one point. The only two people they really whipped De La Hoya were Hopkins and Manny Pacquiao. That's it. The other ones were all close fight or split decision fights. Tito was a split decision. Floyd Mayweather was a split decision. Shane Mosley was a split decision twice.
But he beat him clearly.
The point is, they were close fights. They weren't one-sided fights always. The only two one-sided fights, and that was Bernard Hopkins and Manny Pacquiao.
Mayweather beat him clearly.
No, he did. What? Are you on crack? No way, man. No way.
Especially on the later rounds. Shane Mosley beat him twice clearly to me. That was nothing.
I agree, but Shane Mosley beat him clearly. But it was a close fight. It wasn't a shutout of every round. It wasn't a shutout,
but he beat him twice.
Okay, I agree.
Clearly, so but that's not the point. That was maybe what, 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. We're talking about now. Now is that he don't have in the tank what is needed to hang in there no more. Okay, and not only in the tank. I don't think he has it over here. You see, his mind is not on the boxing. He's more on the money than anything else.
What you're trying to say is, at this point in the game, his mind, he's not like the younger fight. Not necessarily, not even like the younger fight. Like the fighters that don't have money. The fighters that don't have money go in there and lay it all out in the fight in the ring because this might be their last paycheck.
Because they're hungry.
De La Hoya goes in there and he knows, hey, I'm getting paid $30 million whether I win or lose. The hell with it.
Exactly. So
you're saying that he should stop fighting because of no hunger?
Because he don't have it no more on him. Okay. He don't have it no more. I mean, like I said, his legacy is great. Keep it that way. An extra fight that you fight out there is diminishing yourself. Is putting you down lower and lower and lower in history. Okay? And you're a great boxer. You was a great boxer. You was a great champion. We're not taking that away from you. That yes, it's time for you to step out to the side and let somebody else do the work.
We would just agree to disagree on this one.
Agree on that one there? Okay.
We agree to disagree.
Because I was ready to.
I'll knock you out, old man. Anyways, well, that wraps it up for this edition of Pound for Pound Boxing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Until I guess this is probably gonna be the last show until the new year. So for all you guys, 2008 was great. Hopefully 2009 is even better. May there be peace and blessings among you and your family. And we'll see you next year. Until then, this is Pound for Pound Boxing.
The voice of the new generation.
Where we pull back, no punches.